So I can't, get this to like stay to the side or whatever. I mean, it's not that bad, but mm, it's hanging to the left. Wait, it's the camera's right, but whatever, girl. That's I ain't gotta do all that. But no, I just got finished watching a video on YouTube. I needed to refresh my mental state, my spirit or whatever, because I have this thing, and I know I'm not the only one going through it, so that's why I think it's best that I address it and I speak on it. I have this concern, and it's just dealing with the simple fact of making it and believing in yourself and being who you are. And it's like, how possible is that? You know what I'm saying? Because we live in a society now where you have to have this thing that makes you stand out. It's like being yourself. It seems as if it's not enough, but ultimately it will be for me. I can't speak that over anyone else, but I do believe that we all have that one thing on the inside of us. Not that we have to go fishing for it. I feel like it's there naturally. It's in what you do day to day. But I just think that it's hard trying to, well, okay, one, come out of the mindset of competing, because that's what I'm about to say. It's hard trying to compete, but when you're gifted, talented, blessed, chosen, you don't have to compete. That's the thing about it. But living in this world and not being of this world, you witness a lot of people really competing and vying for the top spot or even a spot. And so it's just kind of like being in this world, it gets daunting, and it's just kind of hard to not feel the same way and not feel as if, well, I gotta get in that race, because there's always this natural instinct to survive, and then there's the faith aspect of it that's like, nah, you ain't gotta do that, because that's man-made stuff. That's it is what it is. And I know that we have to follow certain protocols and new orders of, how things occur on earth. But I just, as I watch people and I see people give up because they follow certain not criteria, but they follow money. Basically, they follow numbers, and they follow everything besides, are they having fun, are they at peace, are they enjoying what they're doing, is it really what they want to do, where they do it for no money. And I don't know, it's just kind of like, it's not about money, but it's just kind of like, I struggle with the, and it's been for a little while now, knowing people, knowing that people see my content a lot of times, and then they don't really like interact with it. And that's my own personal situation, but it's not gonna kill me, it's not gonna take me out, but it's something that I've noticed ever since high school, really. And it's always intrigued me as to what the purpose behind it was. But I saw a video the other day by a woman named Latoya Okia. I've been watching her for about 2 weeks now or something like that. And I had asked my mother, what does that mean? Like, what is something that's biblically attached to people seeing, the stuff that I'm produced, the stuff that I produce, the stuff that God does and says through me, but yet no, it's like, it's hard for it to get any traction. And I'm not the kind of person, 100 people, 1,000 people, that'll come whenever it comes. But even the people that do watch it, it's just like, because there are these statistics that you can see, and so you can see how many people interact with it and all this other stuff. And just seeing that, sometimes it just kind of blows my mind as to like, okay, so did I, like, where's the feedback so I can improve? But I've learned, one, to stop asking people for feedback, stop asking people for support. I'm humble enough to ask, but I'm not going to beg. I believe that when people are really attracted, and when they're meant for me, it will happen naturally. But off of that, no, I just asked her for like some relatable verses or relatable stories. And so the very next day, it was less than 24 hours, the woman that I've been watching, the one I feel leading me in this, this season of my life, she just spoke on it. And I mean, it's just, I've noticed God doing that a lot, confirming and getting to me a lot quicker with my questions, because I am diligently seeking. I want to be the best me possible. I want to succeed. I want all people in this lifetime to succeed, to be able to come into the fulfillment of who they were meant to be and be prosperous. That's what I want for us all. But I just, it's still, even when you can see examples or hear a story or whatever, it's still hard to just fathom. You have to have that faith, but then it's like, all right, now, even if it's, I was talking to myself earlier, it's like, I got faith, but sometimes it's just the mustard seed faith, because it gets, faith isn't an easy thing to hold on to all the time. It's one of the many gifts, but I know that you can't work a miracle without faith. And I need as many miracles as possible, so I gotta hold on to my faith. But it's just, it's comforting to always hear a word or hear something that is reassuring. And it's like, okay, God hears me, and honestly, I stopped believing in coincidences probably during high school, honestly. It was the time me and my sister got hit by no, probably even before that, before we got hit by 18-wheeler. I don't believe things happen by chance. I just don't. I've never been that kind of person. But I mean, yeah, just, I guess I'm here for the person that is questioning whether or not what they carry is worth it. And I think so. I believe so. I believe that you were placed on this earth for such a time as this. There may not be one today, there may not be two tomorrow, but if you keep going, you never know who you're going to touch, and you never know what is going to touch you, because there's what the video basically assured me to know is that there are people watching, and and there's somebody in the palace looking at you, studying you, rooting for you, cheering for you, waiting for you to get to that certain point so they can give you the blessing, or come with the, you know what I'm saying, just drop it on you and be like, here, I've seen all the efforts and da 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 da, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, but the persistence, the consistency, you have to keep going, the determination. And although it's, there's a lot of questions, there's a lot of things, it's like, well, am I enough, am I doing the right thing, am I funny enough, am I witty enough? There's a lot of things that we could be doing or we couldn't be doing, but at the end of the day, you just have to, I feel, one, trust yourself, because I'm gonna trust myself. I'm gonna, not just myself, but I'm gonna trust that I am where I'm supposed to be, and I'm in my rightful place, and I can do what I love and be successful at it. And honestly, that's something that I want. It's something that, Miss Okia says, but it's something that I had to say when I was in my time at Subway. I had to realize, well, even still before that, I think this was with one of my old time friends, life is for me, and I am exactly where I'm supposed to be in this moment. I'm not behind, I'm not too ahead. This is good. This is good for me. And it's just believing that who I am is enough. I don't have to go and put on this extra anything for anybody. I can keep it real and be myself and be raw, not be, too I mean, I don't know, be yourself. There's somebody for everybody. There is someone for everyone, and you don't have to attract everyone. That's the thing about it. It's never been about having all eyes on me. I don't, who wants to live like that? Who wants to be ridiculed and observed by everybody? Peace. Peace has been something that, I've said this before, but I hold dear. I kind of like pushed away my purpose, my gift, just for a little bit, because I got comfortable with it. It's like, girl, not to have nobody talking about you in a negative way, and sometimes, hell, even in a positive way, because I think I've said this before, people will put you on this pedestal just to watch you fall, and just to leave you high and dry. And it's just like, but you said this, and you did, you know, you promised this and all this other stuff, and then they don't. It's so. And I mean, honestly, that's another reason as to why you just have to, one, believe in yourself, trust in God, and just have a relationship, have communion with the higher power, because at the end of the day, it is what you believe about yourself that is gonna mean and have the most power. The most it's yeah, whatever. It's just more important than anything. Your amen over all things in life. What you agree to, what you say yes to. And I just, although it's not easy, I'm not gonna quit, and I don't want anyone who is with me, walking with me, under the sound of my voice, watching a video, or even witnessing a post or anything that I've crafted or, was put out by me. I don't want anyone to think that is an option or feel as if, well, I can't keep going because it's not working out. It ain't. It's just, it's not producing the fruit that I wanted it to within the time frame that I said it should happen. And sometimes it's gonna take a little longer than what you expected. And I mean, it's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? It's manifestation, not witchcraft. And I mean, it's divine timing. You just gotta go with it, but don't don't overcompensate just to get noticed. You don't have to perform. That's one thing about it. If I'm not going to perform for God, I'm not going to perform for man. I'm not a monkey. I've said that before, and I will continuously say it, because I've started things, and although I was definitely being myself, I've calmed down a lot because I realized I'm in a very chill space. I am in a very chill space, in a very happy space in my life. And being loud and making sexual references all the time, or, even cussing 24/7. I don't know if I'm going to stop cussing, but I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to stop, but I don't have to cuss as much. But I mean, to me, even whether I cuss or I don't, that don't mean that I'm not intelligent. That don't mean I won't read you the filth. Like, don't play yourself, I just, I don't know. I think that people have this standard, or what, of what looks presentable or whatever. And I feel as if God oftentimes looks over the thing that we praise, and the one that people try to put up higher than everything, and go for the lowest, go for the one that was kicked down, the black sheep, as so I was called in middle school, which I want to do a video on that too. And I mean, the one that didn't have to try to make a appearance for themselves, but they were themselves. They were themselves. And that's just what I encourage. If you are a naturally funny person, it will show. But I feel like a lot of people, they just overdo it. They try too hard. And I mean, it is what it is. I can't hate nobody. It's, if it works for them, it works for them. But that's the sad part about it for me. Too many people are out here putting on facades and faces for everybody, but then killing themselves. Not everybody, is doing it, but the people that are doing it is because they felt like I can't speak for them, but to me, it would seem like they felt like they couldn't be themselves. And I know that is one thing that kills people, the fact that they always have to put on a show and put on a front. And that is why I want to be comfortable. And whether I make it, I'm not going to say the other thing, but whether I make it, when I make it, I'm going to make that a thing where this is okay. You don't have to be overly, I mean, what is it? I don't want to say boisterous, because I say that all the time, but rambunctious, I don't know if that's the right word, but you can be calm, cool, collected, and still be fun, and still be still be liberated, still be extroverted, and I don't know. It's just be yourself, be yourself, and I guess that's really what this whole thing is centered around. Is just be who you are. Yes, there are so many people trying to get it and be it and fake it until they make it, but my thing is, once a real gifted and talented person steps into the room with their consistency, intelligence, tenacity, nothing else will matter, because the person that's faking it, they gonna fall off, while the authenticity is gonna just thrive and flow in it. But first, if they do struggle with the constantly hitting the pavement, the gifted person like myself, you're gonna have to do that. You're gonna have to show up every day, love who you are and love what you have, and give it to the world. Give it to the world with little to no cost for as long as possible. But I guess that's gonna be the end of this video. I hope I said everything. That's always a concern for me, because I'm still learning, I'm still perfecting my craft, and yeah, I still jump from one thing without finishing the last kind of little conversation or whatever. But I'll work on that as time goes by. But stay positive, keep that with you, spread it wherever you go. My name is Blue. If you didn't know, love yourself and love others. Like, comment, subscribe, share, do all those good things for me. And yeah, I'm out.